Land, trade routes, friendships, and war. You wouldn't expect this from Minecraft, but all of these came together to make the biggest war that the Graymane realm has ever seen. This war saw the player Awesome lose his kingdom, as well as the Fox Kingdom and the Desert Fox Island both triumph in war to gain land and power. This is the official history of the Graymane realm, and all events explained in this video are all true and can be all found in the history books of the Graymane realm. First, it's important to understand some of the history in the Graymane realm Snow Kingdom. Now, in September of 2020, Awesome first became the owner of the Snow Kingdom. He very quickly hired a player called Stuart Little to become the co-owner, who would then become the main builder in the realm after Awesome found to struggle building buildings in the realm. His job was to come up with ideas and to also come up with rules to keep order in his Snow Kingdom. At this time, there was only the Fox Kingdom and the Snow Kingdom in the Graymane realm. The Desert Fox Island was not a thing, and the land it is on right now was very underdeveloped. That meant that the Snow Kingdom was obviously the second best kingdom. However, this was all going to change. A month or so later, the Desert Fox Island now had new owners. This meant there was now 3 kingdoms in the world, and Kiwi and Caleb both owned the Desert Fox Island. After inactivity from both players, the ownership of the kingdom then turned to a player called Riley. Shortly after, he then hired a co-owner of Noxie, and then Noxie ended up becoming the official owner with the co-owner of Riley. After some time on the Desert Fox Island, the land fully developed, and eventually the Desert Fox Island sought expansion plans. Now, with them recently buying some land from the Fox Kingdom, and they now owned an entire fishing area, they now wanted a bit of the snow biome which was attached to the island. However, the snow biome was not willing to give this up, and even if they did, they only wanted to give a small portion, which the Desert Fox Island did not feel was satisfactory. This was because the snow biome was not used in this land and it had no relevance to the snow biome to keep. This of course increased tensions, and for a few days there were arguments back and forth of who should have the land. It's important to note at this point Awesome had a new co-owner called Swinny SMPL. Swinny didn't know much about the situation, didn't really have much say in what was going on. This could prove a costly mistake for Awesome later on in the realm's history. After tensions increased and more arguments kept on happening, the Fox Kingdom saw this time as a time to strike. Now, the Fox Kingdom let Awesome know that they wanted a certain amount of land. However, this was not the entire kingdom. At this point, Awesome would refuse to give over the land that the Desert Fox Island demanded, and that increased the tensions between the Fox Kingdom and the Snow Kingdom. Important to note at this point, Awesome did not have an army and was very vulnerable from attacks from either kingdom. At this point, Awesome thought war could happen any time from either side. And a day or so later, Awesome's worst nightmares were going to come true. During Sir Power Fox's Minecraft stream, Fox Kingdom made it known that they wanted the entire kingdom. It is important to note that Awesome tried to negotiate the land they would give to the Fox Kingdom for free that they wanted. However, at this point the Fox Kingdom wanted war, and so did the Desert Fox Island. War was imminent, and Awesome spent the rest of the day preparing an army for the war. However, Awesome was very negative heading into this war and had to be encouraged to even make an army to defend the Snow Kingdom. This negativity would prove very costly and make it very easy pickings for both the Fox Kingdom and the Desert Fox Island. Later that day, however, the Fox Kingdom and Desert Fox Island both made preparations for war. They then later declared war on the Snow Kingdom and created their exhibition through the casino. They would then pass the casino and public enchantment place where they would meet Awesome's relatively small army. At this point, they pushed Awesome's army all the way back to the coast of the Snow Kingdom, where the Snow Kingdom would fall to its final death. At this point, the Fox Kingdom did swallow up all of the land and then gave the Desert Fox Island the land they had wanted. However, they did let Awesome keep his house, and they also let Awesome keep ownership of the sports stadium. Snow Kingdom, after a year of ownership by Awesome, had now fallen, and was now a state in the Fox Kingdom. After the Fox Kingdom got worried about revenge from Awesome and Swinny, they did build a castle wall, which separated the Fox Kingdom and the Snow Kingdom state, which is still there to the very day. However, both Awesome and Swinny have accepted the fate, and no war has been declared since. The Snow State is still at peace and is still part of the Fox Kingdom, and there is no sign of changing. Or maybe it does.